Happy Friday, boys and girls. I hope that you're doing well and are looking forward to the weekend as much as I am. Before we get there, though, we have work to do, and it's going to be a workbook page. Before we get to the workbook page, let me show you what our calendar marker looks like for today. So it still follows the rule of adding two. We're not going to talk about the program today, but I did want you to see what it's going to look like. And let's preview tomorrow's also. So, still following. Right, and then to update our calendar collector, because on Monday we will figure out who's in the lead. So you guys get a third, and I get a third again. Perfect. So I will add that here, and add that to mine. And now I want to tell you that we are going to get ready to solve some more problems with multiplying a fraction by a whole number. Okay, so you may remember the other day we did something that looked like this. Okay, so for today's work, I want to show you a model that you could use to solve a problem in terms of multiplying a fraction by a whole number, and that is the trusty number line. We can use a number line to solve so many things. It's great. So we're going to start by thinking about Gloria and her garden bed. Remember, we have 5 times a third. I'm going to model for you how you can use a number line for multiplying fractions. Okay, so let's say I start with 0 here, and I know I have 5 1/3 size pieces, or because she filled up 1/3 of each of her garden beds. So I could say this is a third. This is a third, and I probably should label it every time I jump so you can really see it. So I got 1/3 I landed on, and then when I add another third, that gives me 2/3. But so far I've only gone 2/3, and I need 5/3. So here's another third. Which is 3/3, another third, another third. So this is me, got 4/3 here, and then 5/3 here. This is me using a number line to skip count in fractions, okay? And this is a model that I would like for you to try to use today as you're solving some of the word problems in our student workbook. As you can see, I'm on page 76, so if you go ahead and turn to page 76, that would be awesome. And we are just going to preview the problems that you're going to solve today. We're not going to go over the answers today. We'll go over the answers the next time we talk about fractions, which will be sometime next week. Can't give you a specific date because I'm not sure exactly just yet, but it'll be next week for sure. I think. Maybe. So, hopefully you're open in your notebooks. Let's read the problems together, and then you guys are going to be working independently today to solve these problems. Gloria has vegetables planted in 1/4 of each of her 5 same-size garden beds. Sounds like what we did before. What is the total amount of garden bed space planted in vegetables? I also want you to focus on A here. It says, between what 2 whole numbers do you think the answer is going to be? So you have to make a prediction. Let's go ahead and make our prediction together. If I have 1/4 in 5 of my garden beds, so 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, or I'm even going to go as far as to show you what the equation should be, 5 times 1/4. What 2 whole numbers would that come in between? Good, it should come in between. I know it's more than 1 because how many fourths are 1 whole? Right, 4/4. So maybe between 1 and 2. Okay? Your job is to solve the problem, hopefully using a number line like I just showed you. Okay? And then we have number 2. Gloria uses 3/4 of a container of plant food each week. How much plant food has she used at the end of 8 weeks? So, again, I can tell you 3/4. Looks like we're doing 3/4 times 8. And this one, you're also going to have to figure out between what two whole numbers you think the answer is going to be. Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to break 3/4 into a whole number times a unit fraction because that's what we really need to focus on in 4th grade. 3/4 is the same thing as saying 3 times 1/4, still times 8. Maybe that'll help you as you're thinking about how to solve this problem. Because we can use our properties, we can move some numbers around and reassociate 8 and 3 together so that we would have a different problem. And maybe that'll help you when you're thinking about possibly what two whole numbers would lie between the answer for this problem. So that's all of me you're going to see today because you guys need to work independently, and we'll talk about it the next time we get to our solving problems worksheet. Have a great weekend. Work hard. I know you can do it. You're doing great so far, and I'll see you back here next week, Monday.